Here, let me.
Nick Merckx as a beta male and 8 Thoughts as the GOAT.
Okay.
Well, holy shit, my fellow Call of Duty Elite Game and Stud Muffin athletes. Some amazing news pertaining to the Call of Duty community now that Microsoft has acquired Activision regarding Phil Spencer leaked internal emails when it comes to skill-based matchmaking and the future of it in Call of Duty. It is no question that the most controversial topic, especially recently with the Modern Warfare 3 beta and how skill-based matchmaking seemed to ruin a lot of the fun for most of us in that game. But there's nothing more controversial, more important, more pertinent when it comes to enjoying Call of Duty in this current generation, this current iteration of the game than skill-based matchmaking and how it affects the matchmaking system and the fun for the large majority of the Call of Duty community. But new recent developments and leaked internal emails that have been coming forth where Phil Spencer and his team have been communicating with Call of Duty developers, namely Sledgehammer Games and Treyarch, for their upcoming games and how he wishes to implement a less strict skill-based matchmaking system to improve the gameplay and the fun factor for all Call of Duty Elite Game and Stud Muffin athletes. I would like to show you the leaked emails. However, I will get my ass sued. I will get in big troubles.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
So I'm not allowed to show these leaked emails that have been put forth to me by people who have data mined, who have some, I don't know how the hell they did it, but these leaked emails definitely do look to be actually valid and legit. But in the leaked emails, it referenced how the community of the Call of Duty community, for that matter, has been rightfully so upset about the matchmaking experience when it comes to Call of Duty with the implementation of skill-based matchmaking. Now, we're 2 minutes into this video, and maybe some of you are not sure what skill-based matchmaking is, and I pardon and I apologize for assuming you would know. But really quickly, what is skill-based matchmaking? Skill-based matchmaking is matchmaking people in Call of Duty when you go to join a lobby, and based upon what the algorithm and AI that they have for the game recommends and puts you into certain lobbies based upon your skills or your positions or how well you have performed in previous Call of Duty games that you have just played in your playtest. Like, not talking about like in the past, I'm talking about your last 5 or 6 games. It'll adjust on the fly. And that's how people reverse boost to get into really, really bad lobbies to get great gameplays. They will dump their game 5-10 games in a row and just play like absolute idiots, or they'll have booster accounts where they do that all the time anyways, and then all of a sudden they'll get put into really easy lobbies and then they'll just kick everyone's ass. But what is happening right now is the skill-based matchmaking is way too strict. You have a couple good games and it pushes you into the elite categories, even for someone like me who is pretty good at Call of Duty. I mean, not to brag here, you know what I'm saying? I am an Elite Game and Stud Muffin athlete. Smash that like button and subscribe right now. I will say I'll do well for a couple games, and then all of a sudden, boom! I get smashed into MLG optic scum on Adderall, automatic, just pre-fire, every corner, jump shot, bunny hop, slide canceling, YY, looking like a lesbian wearing glass dork named J-Wo type Call of Duty athlete, not even athletes, Call of Duty shit bucket sweat nerds, just completely obliterating me, and then I'll get put back into easy lobbies. And what happens with this skill-based matchmaking is it makes the game feel very unorganic. It makes it feel like everything is contrived. Everything in all the games you have, whether they do good or bad, seems to be controlled by skill-based matchmaking. It doesn't seem to happen organically, as I said, and naturally. Everything seems to be out of your own hands. And that's what Phil Spencer is writing about to these development teams, about changing that, fixing that, moving the algorithms around to make it seem like a more natural game where things are just how it used to be. There's still going to be skill-based matchmaking. Not sure how they're going to implement it, but they're going to be changing things around. Hopefully this is not some fake news. Hopefully this is real information. Hopefully these emails and leaked emails pertaining to Phil Spencer talking with the Call of Duty development teams about skill-based matchmaking are really actually legitimate because this would be amazing news. Take it back to the old school, how Call of Duty used to be. We should do it how they did in Black Ops 1, where the first, 10 or 15 games or whatnot, the first rank or 10 or 15 ranks, you get put in the dummy lobbies. And then after that, it's like a free-for-all, and it's always based 100% on connection. Because that seems to cause a lot of problems too with the skill-based matchmaking, is that once you do well, the connection isn't really it's just an afterthought when connecting to people. So they'll put you all the way over in the East Coast on the West Coast servers, and then try to run some stupid algorithms and AIs and whatnot to offset the lag that you may have in connecting to servers because you're further away, and that's where it seems like you get shot in 2 bullets, and then it takes you an entire clip to dump someone else, and all the problems that come with the super harsh skill-based matchmaking, which makes for a less enjoyable experience. And honestly, it's the biggest reason why a majority of us don't like Call of Duty. Let's just keep it real. The game itself, well, except for, some of the games suck no matter what. They could have paid us to play the game, and probably a lot of us would have said no. But the biggest problem that we all have had, at least with Modern Warfare 3, was we all said the game's good, the gameplay's fun, but the skill-based matchmaking just makes it insufferable. It makes it so difficult. I'm not trying to play like it's the freaking World Championships. I'm just trying to have some fun, do well. Everyone wants to do well. And in fact, I would argue that skill-based matchmaking actually makes the game worse for the predominant majority of people. And the data that they have showing that skill-based matchmaking increases playability and playtime is false. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real and pack the steel with you. Skill-based matchmaking has caused an epidemic of cheaters and reverse boosters and a whole freaking economic system for people to try to circumvent the skill-based matchmaking with NetDuma routers, VPNs, reverse boosting methods, joining session on a reverse boosted account, which makes it actually probably worse for the people who are in those skill-based matchmaking lobbies on the low-tier, real dum-dum lobbies, people with probably mental disabilities, no troll, because they have a bunch of people who are like gods go in there like Chain Feeds or Zlanner or Face Swag or whoever it may be. They get to go in these lobbies, or I mean, honestly, a bunch of streamers. A lot of these streamers who dump these 40, 60 kill games are playing against absolute mongoloids. Like, no offense, but those people that they're playing against are absolutely horrible. And so it actually probably ends up hurting those people that actually need to be protected more so than it ends up helping them. But, at a certain point, it just becomes too much, man, too much. So, long story short, Phil Spencer, hopefully this is going to be a big change. Hopefully Xbox and Microsoft are coming through, and we will see some actual positive differences when it comes to Call of Duty moving forward. I'm excited. I hope Modern Warfare 3 ends up being a good game. I hope this happens sooner rather than later. And I am done with the video. Thank you for watching. Love you. Appreciate you. I'm the Ghost of 8. Stay black, question authority, and don't let the reptilian shapeshifters bring you down.